Let me start by indicating that this great achievement is not just a great milestone for CDI-Africa. This is a milestone within our professional ecosystem. It's a milestone within our coaching ecosystem as well as the wider leadership space. Ladies and gentlemen, the command and control leadership approaches that propelled the earlier industrial revolutions have in all honesty lost their potency as more collaborative leadership approaches have gained currency within the contemporary VUCA world. As the people that we lead and manage become more empowered, and this is through very easily available information on virtually anything and everything, the need to facilitate leadership, realization of individual and team potential through coaching continues to rise. But leaders across, not just in Africa, but across the globe, are increasingly asking themselves some very fundamental questions. They're asking themselves, one, to what extent am I as a leader adopting a coaching mindset or a coaching dispensation in my leadership? What am I doing well in that regard? What can I improve in that regard? Another fundamental question they're asking themselves is, to what extent are we as a team adopting a coaching mindset within this team? Where are the areas that we are doing well? Where are the areas that we can do better? How can we improve? And as an organization, to what extent are we adopting a coaching mindset across the organization? What are our areas of strength? What are areas can we improve? And what Eileen has done is to take a lead in providing a tool that gives us answers to these questions. And this is not just a tool for us here within the continent. She's done it and availed it to everybody across the entire world. This is very exciting. Leaders and coaches can now dipstick individual capacity, the teams can gain insights on areas to focus on for their individual and their team development. Here is my specific challenge then to my fellow coaches and leaders within this continent. There is a specific challenge we must be honest and address ourselves to as leaders and coaches. And the specific challenge is that Africa is punching way below her weight. That is something we must face each other and tell each other. We have an abundance of God-given natural resources, well-educated men and women to lead very hardworking ladies and gentlemen to optimize these natural resources for economic and social prosperity, obviously. But the question is, if we have all these natural resources, capable leaders, what is the missing link is something that we ask ourselves. And as we sit here today launching this tool, I want to offer my considered opinion on that we, the competent professional coaches, are actually that missing link. We form that link between these competent leaders or these leaders and those people that they lead within the organizations. And as they lead their very well choreographed dance that hopefully will convert the natural resources to meaningful economic outputs for the benefit of our people, then we have a capacity to do a number of things. We have a capacity to catalyze growth and catapult performance of the commercial enterprises and other entities that they lead. We have a capacity to accelerate learning and multiply leaders within these organizations. We have a capacity as coaches to initiate creative innovations that will torpedo organizations sustainably. And we also have a capacity to create that conducive environment and trustworthy environment for teams and organizations to thrive. Now, what Eileen and the team have done is to lead the way on this challenge. As I come towards concluding my remarks, I challenge us all coaches and leaders on this call, both from Africa and from beyond, both African coaches and friends of Africa. Let us actively play our part, individually, collectively. Let's work towards that Africa, that global space that we want. We want an Africa, we want a global space that is defined by prosperity and abundance. So I want to conclude by taking cognizance of the fact that any of us on this call, all of us, 200 plus of us on this call, we fall in the category of people who are classified as privileged. So each one of us is privileged, and I want to thank God, ask to thank God for that immense privilege. So my fellow privileged ladies and gentlemen, allow me to leave you with this challenge by our brother friend Swanika. And I quote, all of us who are privileged enough to be healthy, to be alive, to have education, to have influence, our role is not to do small things and to solve small problems. The only way that we can justify privilege is by solving the world's biggest problems and doing the hard things.